that little guy. Oh, that's a kitty and a cat. Oh, I'm just... Look at me. Look at me, I'm just smiling over here. Yes! My wife and I both picked up a kitty recently. We've had a cat named Binks. He's the black one. We've had him for quite a few years. And now we've got a little kitty running around. His name is Benny. And to celebrate this momentous occasion, well, we've been looking through some books, including The Contented Little Pussycat, and, importantly, How to Talk to Your Cat. But that's not what we're talking about today. We are looking at this little gem right here called 10 Little Kittens. So, interesting little tidbit about this book. It was printed in 1989, which may be like, hey, no big deal, right? But on the back here, it says, printed in West Germany. Now, I had to do a little Google searching myself to figure this one out, but I had to Google, when did the Berlin Wall get destroyed? And it turns out that was also 1989, later in that year. So this may very well be one of the very last children's books published in West Germany, as it was called. Really has nothing to do with the book, but I just kind of wanted to make a note of that, because I thought it was pretty interesting. 10 cuddly little cats, together all the time, but one strays off alone, and then there are 9. And sure enough, we got this little tyke on the left there. He is going out on his own. He is leaving the other 9 kittens, and that will leave us indeed with just 9. Math. At the top here, you see there are these different tabs for each of the kitties, and there are indeed wait a minute. There are indeed 10 of them. I counted. And when we turn the page, you'll see that one of the tabs gets lifted, and that is that kitten now out of the story. It's kind of a neat little thing that they did there. I do appreciate that design choice. It makes it a little bit more interesting. 9 carefree little cats playing ball out late. One stays to play all night, and then there are 8. Okay, well, this guy here on the left's just kind of flexing on his kitty friends. I mean, look at how confident he is standing up on that ball. I mean, I can't even do that. I have tried, and I don't want to talk about it. It's a very dark time in my life. Sure enough, we have the 8 other kittens over here, and they're all just sort of bumbling about, but not as bad as the 2 children, though, over in the corner. They seem to have forgotten how to walk, or I don't know, maybe they're just in a childlike daze of wonder. And before we turn the page, let's look at this little cat up on the tree. It's weird. Sometimes they seem to try to incorporate the kitten on the tab into the actual artwork, but sometimes it just doesn't work, and we will see that, no doubt. 8 singing little cats, meowing to high heaven. One decides to go to sleep, and then there are 7. Now, this was printed in West Germany. It was published by a company in Cambridge, England. So I don't know if any of the Brits in the comments could let me know. Is that how you guys spell meowing? Because over here in the good old States, we spell it M-E-O-W-I-N-G. And, well, that's just how it's done. I've never even seen it spelled like this, to be frank. And on the roof, yep, we've got some cats there singing, I guess. They just kind of look confused more than anything else. I'm quite the singer myself, actually. Why don't we just hop on into this page real quick, shall we? Oh, yeah, Delilah, what's new, pussycat, okay. And here's another instance of the kitten on the tab not really making any sense, because we just kind of have Sky Kitty here, just kind of floating in the heavens. Maybe that is that God Cat? Is that the almighty ceiling cat? 7 clumsy little cats get up to naughty tricks. One falls and spills the milk, and then there are 6. Now, I will commend the child for not crying over the spilled milk, because frankly, it's a sad scene. I mean, it's not just a cliche thing to say. It actually happened. But over here we've got the 7 clumsy little cats, and one of them is actually so clumsy that he seems to be jumping out of the window. And I believe this is at least a 2-story home, and well, that cat's just dead. Such a shame. But, with kitty litters, these things happen, right? They just jump out the window. 6 curious little cats pretend the wool's alive. One gets all tangled up, and then there are 5. Well, I I want to imagine that this kitty here is doing his best, but I don't know, dude. It looks like you could easily get out of that bind there, and I think you need to live with your mistakes. Meanwhile, these guys over here, they're not doing anything. They're just completely oblivious to their friend's struggle. And, well, I think that speaks very poorly of these cats, and I look forward to them disappearing, frankly. They could just all go to hell. 5 sleepy little cats. Each rests a tired paw. One is carried away, and then there are 4... You guys stretched the rhyme a little bit too far there for my liking, but I'll give it to you, because the kitties kind of look really cute. Especially this little guy. He is... For some reason, he's the one that's being taken away, even though they are all sleeping. These kids decided to throw him into a basket, but they didn't even close the lid. They just sort of shut the lid a little bit, so it's just kind of crushing the cat. And these kids just kind of suck, don't they? I mean, hey, kids kind of suck. And again, tabs that just don't make sense. The little cat is up there on the clothesline like a bird, just sleeping, basically. Do cats do that? I seriously doubt they do. Maybe he's just trying to get into the mindset of the bird prey that he wants to kill so desperately. 4 clever little cats, all gardening with glee. One is taken for a ride, and then there are 3. Why does that one get to go for a ride? That looks like fun. I want to do that. You know what? Throw me in there. Oh, look. Haha, cats. I am now in the basket, and look, we're going. Whee, this is fun. Also, to add to the whole bird thing, Kitty's sitting on top of a bird house. I know the whole if it fits, I sits thing, but that cat is pretending to be a bird so that it can get into the mindset, because that's all cats want to do. They're vicious little creatures. All they want to do is kill and maim and torture and bleed everything they can. That is all they do. They are crazy. But, they're still really cute, so we keep them around. 3 lazy little cats with nothing much to do. One meets a playful friend, and then there are 2. Oh, look at that little guy. There's a puppy here. I honestly did not expect the puppy representation in this book. And for some reason, we're now at like a construction site, I guess. Just because. I can't imagine that is comfortable at all. I mean, if there's one thing I know about cats, it is that they know how to get comfortable. And, well, that ain't it, kid. Oh, Lord, we're up on the skyscraper now. Okay, well, that's just dandy. 2 careless little cats. Yeah, careless is the right word. 2 careless little cats think that climbing's fun. One slips and tumbles down, and then there is one, the lucky one, I guess. He has not been maimed or taken away or fallen asleep. I guess that was not that bad. I mean, I like sleeping. Oh, but look at this little guy. He's got a bandage on his paw. Aw, that's just... You just can't help but be, awing all over that, It's just human nature, really. Oh, but... And look up there. He's got his little paw in the bandage on the tab there. I guess we really should have known that this was going to happen. I didn't expect this kind of kitty violence, but I guess they did kind of telegraph it a little bit. 1 lonely little cat searches in the glen until he finds the other 9, and now there are 10. Okay, so they took the good wholesome ending, not the one where the cat falls off the skyscraper, is never seen again, which I guess for a kid's book is probably the most sensible thing to do. Also, I want to point out here, the cat that made it through the whole thing, he was wearing boots the whole time, so I guess this whole thing is really just a lesson to put on your shoes. And, I mean, that's an important lesson. That's important to wear shoes. Oh, and also, kids suck, and they can't take care of anything. All right, bye-bye. Well, that's going to do it for us today, friends. Thank you very much for watching. It is greatly appreciated. If you like this sort of thing, feel free to drop a like or subscribe if you want to see more stuff like this in the future. As always, you can check us out at wereedbooks.com or follow us on the Instagram and the Twitters at wereedbooks. And, yeah, I think that's it. Thank you very much for watching, friends, and I do hope that you will join me the next time we read something together. Ta-ta.